Hey guys, Kim Brzalik here, and I've been trying to finish video on this thing for a couple of days. Up here it says finish video, and when I do that I get a maybe 10%, and it just stays there for hours. So I'm going to do my best here, bring this video to you. Here I am preparing to tap this hole. This is the one that the nut retaining screw connects with. 5/8, 18 tap. So let's go ahead and get this going to 190 RPMs. Phase converter on. Machine on, and we are going to tap that all the way through. I believe my drill is a little off center here. I really wasn't impressed with the way the chips were falling out. I think it was operator error. You can see it opening up a wider hole, jumping up and down. Okay, go ahead and go to the next chapter. Okay, for top. It's the intermediate one. And it should be enough to get some oil in there. I always seem to forget to oil for this situation. Okay, we're back in there now. Seems that I have it. Now the Acme thread nut is not inserted in here at this point. The brass insert. Tapped, and I need to pull my piece out, and so we'll move on to the next chapter. Here I'm shrinking my part considerably. There's 50,000. Bit more. Just subsurface. You want to talk about it? Well, let's see what we want to talk about. What was that all about? Too late.
Real good and just deburred it.
Okay, we want to talk about a change of appearance.
Nice. Now let's get our sprocket.
Okay, things look much different.
Back in the shop, working on the...
Hold on a minute.
Today's task is to...
Okay. That is Cub Cadet Dozer build. The name of that channel is...
drill the bolt circle for
Wood and Metal
the
Shop
sprocket.
Time. Couple dogs on the channel, you know. I like it. But here we are. I'm going to pull this out and show you what it looks like now. My half nut, my nut. Let's go back here in the back and look at it installed. It looks nothing like what I started with, because I'm a moron. Hold on now, let me get where I can see the screen. Okay. So there it is. It's hugging real close to this wall. All kinds of clearance on the other side. Like I said, I'll pull that out and show you what it ends up looking like in comparison to what it looked like after making it work. Okay, so here I have dial indicator set up. Let me get this where you can see it without any glare. I think that's going to be good. Okay, so I'm going to pull it all the way back to me, pulling it towards me. I'm going to set that 0. Okay, that's where it was before. So if I pull back as hard as I can get it right there to 0. If I just let go of it, we're at 2 thousandths. If I push it forward, I'm at 11, 12, as hard as I can push it. And then pull it back the other way now. I gotta pull it hard to get to 0. So I was getting upwards to 30 thousandths with the old knot. Nope, we gotta change that. Okay, so let's move this down, deselect, select, trim, go. Okay, when I first measured her by pulling on this, I was up, I had the compound, the cross side up where it would normally be during operations. Now I have it back all the way, we'll call it its resting spot. So, then I'm pulling it towards me as hard as I can. And I'm pushing it now away from me as hard as I can. So, there we go. So there's 6 thousandths when I measure it in this position. I think that's all the measuring I'm going to do. Let me take this thing out and show it to you. The ultimate goal is to have another one made that looks like this. I mean, with the right tools, it's simple to do. inserts aren't really going to work because I don't have, it would be outside the body. And as this one is, I had to, well, I'll show you when I take the piece out. But ultimately, I'd like to have one of these made. Just like that. I may give it another try. 281. That number appears on, I won't say all parts of this, components of this machine, but it appears on many of them. I'm thinking I will take another shot at it, and I believe I will be able to use one of the nuts bought from McMaster Car. It's just that the wall thickness at the apex of that radius is going to be quite thin, but I think I have enough clearance in the bottom to achieve it. Just need to pick out another piece of material and maybe go about it a little more sensibly with the experience I have from making this first one. Well, I'm not going to remove this, so I'm going to give you another look at it, where it is. I actually had to. I don't want to take it apart. Sorry. I actually had to shave the next thing I'm going to do, bottom part of that nut. So there's this plate. At the bottom, the steel stops and the brass starts. Ways. There's two cap head screws here. There's two here. There's my flexible flange here. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to solder a copper shim in a location that will allow this to lock the carriage, and that's DJ from Fabricoblin who gave me that suggestion, and I didn't forget. I just haven't got to it yet, and I feel like I made a mess over here. Let me get the camera set up. Well, now, I can't pause this thing because it's an iPhone. And here comes the closing segment. And I'll wait just a second to start that. Avoid the compressor sounds. It didn't seem that loud when I first put it in the other room, but this is what you get used to. Shouldn't be long. And once again, I apologize. This is a brand new computer. I shouldn't be having any problems processing video. So here we go. Okay, as I sometimes say, by hook or crook, I seem to have made the part. I'm psyched that it is working. I am not psyched that it doesn't look like this. But we'll get there. I eliminated a whole bunch, at least 20 thousandths of backlash, and the next thing I look into is it looks to me like, let me get a visual aid when one is not really needed. So the screw for the cross slide is the threads, the Acme threads up to here, and then there's about 2 inches of the same diameter before it transitions to the long gear that engages the cross travel. It seems like there's a seam here. It's almost like that screw, that shaft, the threaded portion is screwed onto the front portion. And if that were the case, replicating that Acme thread on the front of that shaft would be something that even I could probably do. I'm not going to be able to duplicate all the features further forward of the threads, but there does seem to be a seam line there, and it's something that I may look into. So as far as I'm concerned, that wraps up the half nut on the cross slide. I might not be showing great enthusiasm, but you know, I'm excited. I'm glad. I'm gonna
actually the nut, not the half nut.
get the rest of it put back together and make some chips and see if any problems arise from that fix. I really don't foresee any problems. I don't think there's anything that I've done that can cause any problems other than not having, 35 thousandths of run out. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Till next time. Good days.
Okay, let me see if I can successfully move you around this area and maybe cant you up a little bit. Okay, so that's it. That's the best I could do. I apologize for the quality of that video. Appreciate you guys' comments and criticisms, and feel free to lay it on. So, that's it. In the meantime, I'll see if I can't figure out why my computer's not working. Okay. What an awesome machine. Now I just need to get a milling machine.